Be able to have your Oh, say does that.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Dallas. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
And, for the Mavericks, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Hield, Reed out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Rose in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, Herrera is out there with Kobe. And there's Herrera. And there's Herrera, and it's Drew in at the point guard. And one thing, Greg, you notice about both these teams, they look to play through the passing game.
And all the better for us. I mean, as fans of the game, seeing that kind of flow and teamwork, it just makes the game fun to watch.
Now here's Kobe. The three. Knocks down the three ball.
My goodness, have mercy. Breaking ankles like there's no tomorrow.
Maxey with it. Out to the right wing. And Rose wide open. He shoots. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, Maxey continues improving as a facilitator, finding these opportunities to get the ball moving.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Takes the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Well, Clark, even with all their roster movement, all the player moves they've made, the 76ers have managed to have sustained success.
You know what, Kevin? I agree. Their roster has gone through a lot of changes recently with key players being moved, which makes it even harder to sustain success. But they've found a way to keep winning.
And here are the 76ers now. After the Mavericks pick up 3. Maxey, and they get it. And the block shot grabs it out of the air.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
And really deep through that time. Kobe's got 9.
In the gym range, the moment he crosses half court, you better find him because he can hurt you from there.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Looking now at some numbers for Rose. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. And he's truly a force around the rim, ranking among the top 5 in rebounds per game.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Drew driving the lane.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Now here's Hield. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. And it's Rose missing. There's 1:38 left in the first. And that one's good by Herrera. He's got 5.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's Hield. Still scoreless. And here's Freak. Going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Maxey. Sweet little floater.
Maxey, an exciting player to watch. So unpredictably hard to guard.
A 3 ball. Another 3 for Dallas.
And their offense already in that flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. The kick out to Rose. Launches a three. Nailed from three-point land. Rose has got 12.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Here's Drew. He's covered by Maxey. There's Rose with the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Celtics in Boston.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Mohamed Bamba. Batum is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Lowry in at the point.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Herrera. Another three for Dallas.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Greg, what a remarkable run from the Dallas Mavericks in that 2010-11 NBA season.
And some say it's the toughest title any team has ever won. When you consider the juggernauts they took out, including the big three of the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Shoots the three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randolph. 14 points for Freak.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. You know, Jalen Brunson, for the NBA at least, is small in stature, but his tremendous footwork enables him to operate inside and out. He says, I've tried to make my game for what I had as versatile as possible. I've got to be crafty. I'm not jumping out of the gym. I'm not racing down the floor in 2 seconds, but I'm going to keep you off balance. Kevin?
Oh, I love his game. David, I know you do as well. Hey, thank you. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Batum. Hield comes in for Melton. And it's Rose in for Kyle Lowry. And that one's good by Herrera.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Rose driving to the basket. And Rose throws it down hard.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by the Mavs.
Now, Freak. 17 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7. So, Clark, here we are adding tournaments in the Summer League, the in-season, the play-in tournament. The league is creating more elimination-type games in the schedule.
Yeah, you know, I think it's been good. Well received. It's enhanced the games. I think the fans enjoy it. I think the players actually enjoy it, particularly the young players, because they've seen it in other sports leagues. So competing under higher pressure for greater stakes more often, I think overall is a good thing.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Herrera is checked in for Randolph. Drew comes in for Herrera. And Bryant subbed in for Herrera. And it's Freak missing. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shea fires away from outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Passes it to Herrera. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Slim's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And the basket by Rose.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Bryant. Again, the Mavericks score.
Boy, the shot contest did not bother Kobe at all that time. So poised under pressure.
55 seconds left in the first half. Here's Rose. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And here's Rose outside. Connects from 3-point range. Rose has got 29 in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Shot's good by Kobe.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Here's Rose into the lane. And the shot goes down. Rose has got 31 points.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Bryant from deep 3. Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's Dallas running away with it. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Philadelphia 76ers.
They have to stay attached to shooters because they're getting torched. I want to see them fighting over screens, getting those hands up. Don't be lazy.
They've certainly dug themselves a hole. Might take a couple of big runs to climb out of it. And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. In the Western Conference, Baller.
Nothing off about this off guard. Don't call him a 2. He's been there 1.
Yeah, he's the man on the squad right now. Defensive scheme him every trip up the floor, and it makes no difference.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing? In the scoring column, through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So with Randolph on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Drew is out there with Herrera. Then there's Kobe. And there's Herrera, and it's Herrera in at the 3.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
And he drives in. And here's Bryant outside. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Firing back. Kobe enjoys any opportunity to tap his competitive spirit.
Here's Rose. Bucket is good. Rose has got 5 points now this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Puts up a 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. And even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to...
Oh! Yes, sir.
Was incredible.
Oh, man. Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Here's Herrera. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Rose with the ball for the 76ers. They trail by 16. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved. Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Let's keep feeding him. Let him eat.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Mavericks' all-time great Dirk Nowitzki this summer was enshrined in the...
Good, and Another from three.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
It's good from long range.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Pass to Drew. Driving inside. Pass to T. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. T's got 6.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Rose.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Fade away, and that one is good by Herrera. He's got 9. Philadelphia's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. And, Greg, while the Sixers have been effective, time and again, they've been unable to get past the conference semifinal.
Where they bowed out in 5 of the last 6 years, but you go back, they haven't made it any further since Allen Iverson led them to the finals back in 01. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Randolph's checked in for Herrera. Herrera comes in for Bryant. Herrera's checked in for Herrera. And Herrera's subbed in for Drew. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Lowry's checked in. Rose with the ball. AI picks him up. Rose. And good. He hits it again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 17-7 run. With the teardrop, and that one good.
He can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Fires from way outside. Got it up. Knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Mavericks ahead, up 6. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Martin is out there with Rose. And there's Mohamed Bamba. Then there's Lowry. And it's Melton in at the 2-guard spot. The 76ers trail by 6. From deep, Rose. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. 66 points for Rose.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
Randolph passes to Bryant. There's the triple. Kobe from deep.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
76ers shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And again.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. For the three, another three for Dallas.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Bryant.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
The 76ers trail by 10. Martin kicks to Melton. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Yet another bucket.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Nice shot by Randolph.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
A different look for Dallas. Herrera's checked in for Herrera. Herrera comes in for Randolph. And Drews subbed in for Herrera. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. All Reeves checked in. Connects again from distance.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've ever seen better three-point shooting than what we're witnessing here tonight.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time. Single game for three-point shots made.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Rose looking around. It's stolen. Herrera passes to Herrera. Another three for Dallas. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Mavericks?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Outside Rose. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth. 6 to shoot. And got it! Another basket.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game. all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss. Dallas leading by 8 from deep three-point territory. The rebound by Hield. Outside, Maxey. There's Rose with the three. Good! Another from 3.
It has been raining threes for him tonight. Alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. Lets the 3 fly. And another one.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record book.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Philadelphia. A 2-point game. To tie it up. And another one falls. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And the Mavericks call time here. .41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Herrera. He's covered by Rose. They recover it. Here's Drew. Frames it from downtown.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. From deep, Rose, and again for 3.
Splashes home another 3, and he moves into second place all time with that mate for a game.
Greg, you have to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going to go in. He just keeps raining it down on him. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Here's Herrera. For the win. Oh. No good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Here's Drew. They've got Bryant. Drew is out there with Herrera. And there's Herrera. And it's Herrera. In at the center, filling out the middle.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And the basket by Rose.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
And he comes up with the deuce.
What a move, showing off the handles there.
to take the lead. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
And that's a bounce-back 3, and they're back in the lead.
The crowd has started to get nervous, but now they're just fired up. An incredible ball game going down the stretch.
Drew gets the bucket. And Philadelphia has possession. Trailing by 4. Now here's Rose. D right on him. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Drew goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Free throw drops for Rose.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on.
Here's Drew. Can he take that one up and powers it through?
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to good. He hits again.
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And he's now passed Wilt Chamberlain's legendary mark of 100 points. One that stood since 1962.
Timeout called the 76ers. They trail by 2. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first overtime. There's Rose with the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 1. 44 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Kobe passes to Drew. Yes!
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappear.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 26 seconds left in the first overtime. Two seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Money!
Big time hoop to put them in front. Now they've got to put everything into their defensive effort and get the stop.
And here's Rose outside. It's good!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
So it's the Mavericks now. Here's Drew. Count it!
He is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
Good decision-making by Hield, giving it up when somebody else was freer and in better position.
And a deep three from Bryant. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Right now, let's take a look at the New Balance
Welcome to 2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin rivalry games, Grant. Always extra spicy, especially when they feature teams from the same conference.
Ooh, I like a little spice. But remember, only one team per conference gets to the final. So that's going to naturally develop some rivalries here and there. So tonight should be a really competitive game.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Thompson and Wiggins on the wing. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. And that one's good. Thompson.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Drew.
Oh! He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Now here's Wiggins. The D's right on him. Lots of room. And Bryant pulls it down. Here's Drew. He's covered by Curry. From outside the arc. And the basket by Drew. Drew's got 7 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And a guy who entered the league in a supporting role, Doris. Jalen Brunson, now a legitimate star.
He is, B.A., and consider that this is a man who was drafted in the 2nd round and just kept working, biding his time, and contributing to winning. And the greater the opportunity, the more he has stretched to meet that opportunity.
And here's Curry for 3. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Freak gets the bucket.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Thompson passes to Curry. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Knocks down the triple.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Here's Drew, hounded by Wiggins. Oh, misses the dunk. On the wing, Thompson from deep. And the three-pointer goes. Thompson's got his 2nd basket.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Now Curry, last game with 30. Oh, they get a hand on it. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Again, Dallas.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Outside Kuminga. Here's the 3. Good! Another from 3.
Well, we expect him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list. Whoa!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And the Warriors call time here. Both teams will make substitutions. As we look towards the end of March, these power rankings are getting closer to their final shape. You look at the Warriors, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
You know, for the Mavericks, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
A minute 29 left to play in the first. Thinking back to one of the most fun runs in the NBA, Grant, those early 2000 Mavs teams.
Oh, I played against those teams, and they were incredible offensively. Of course, you had Steve Nash running the point, Dirk and Finley on the wings, and the pace they played with, they were well ahead of their time. And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Pass to Šarić. Fade away. T grabs the miss.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
We've got 33 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Drew. Another three for Dallas.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
The three from Thompson. And the Warriors with another three.
Klay Thompson is not about to let a three go unanswered. Big-time shot.
Tries the spin move. Here's Freak. And the Mavericks, another three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The three from... Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Gary Payton II. He's out there with Moody. Kevon Looney is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Podziemski in at the two-guard position. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Warriors head coach Steve Kerr has somewhat of of a hands-off approach. He said, quote, coaching isn't controlling. My goal by the end of the year is to just sit there and do nothing. And that means it works, because that's what a coach's job is. It's not to pull strings, call every play, and direct traffic. It's to say, this is your team. BA?
Yeah, that's how you have to think about it, right? Thanks, Alec. And Grant, some players feel like certain officials have it out for them. Did you ever see any of that?
You know what, BA? The refs are human too. Yes, I did say that. But they're supposed to be impartial. So you go after them for a while, it's possible they will hold a grudge.
Here he goes. Pass to Freak. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And a deep three from Curry. Oh, can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Freak. 14 points for him. And there's the drive. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. Curry surveys, launches it from deep. Oh! Oh, Curry doing what he does best.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Freak. Another three for Dallas.
I like this trend. He's hit 2 triples this period, has 3 for the game.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Let's see the stat sheet here for Stephen Curry.
And it's incredible how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His percentage from deep is coming way up, and that's going to help his team. You can never have enough shooters out there on the floor.
Well, there's no question that the Warriors are the team of the decade, Grant.
Oh, I mean, BA, think about it. 6 finals appearances in 8 years. They did miss the playoffs in 2 of those seasons, but they still came away with 4 championship rings, plus 2.
And again for 3.
And night in and night out, you can count on him to really stretch the defense.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season?
You're pulling even with Steph Curry, who in 2017 also hit 324 threes. Now, we'll see where it goes from here, but it
connects again from distance.
And now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter.
Just like the only other player in this category's top 5, Steph Curry. What an honor to be mentioned alongside with him. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triples. That's 3 in a row.
And the basket by Drew.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
The 3 from Curry. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Another 3 for Dallas.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
And the basket by Drew.
Ooh, he's been red hot from 3-point range. How long will he keep it up?
46 seconds left in the first half. Shot. Is good by Curry.
He played well in the first quarter, but now he's taking it to the next level.
Here's Drew. Given 30. And the Mavericks, another 3.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things at him, but he's been unstoppable.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 39.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Drew. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two taking pressure.
Good. Another from 3.
And this 3-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in for him.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the 4th most threes in a single game. What if it goes? And again for 3.
I mean, his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the 4th most 3-point makes in a season.
And that mark of 337 set by Steph Curry in 2021.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
Well, he's been absolutely locked in from range, something my man Kenny knows about. Ain't that right, Jet?
Are you talking about me? Oh, I didn't even know. You talking about three-point shooting? Locked in? I just know a little bit about it. I'm sorry.
Feigning mock surprise.
Actually, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Jason Eugene, Terry.
All right, now I think we should check out the Rookie of the Year race.
I love what I'm seeing from Holmgren. He has sort of an effortless way of taking over. The game just comes naturally to him.
Yeah, he stood out, man. I'm telling you, he's got to be excited about his future, these teams. This guy is unbelievable.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he
connects again from distance.
Shot's good. All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. And for a while, it seemed the Warriors were maintaining a dual timeline approach. But not anymore, Grant.
No, sir, B.A. The Warriors setting their clocks and calendars to coincide with their superstar. One Wardell Stephen Curry.
Step back and squared up. Drew's got 42 in the game.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous...
Good! Another from three.
He is unstoppable. It's again from beyond the arc.
What an historic night for him shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for third place in most threes.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of this performance tonight.
He buries it from three.
And how many times have we seen this? Curry always has an answer from three.
Here's Drew. Another three for Dallas.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Curry from deep 3-point land. And the Warriors with another 3.
Listen, everyone knows what kind of shooter this guy is. Just his presence on the floor creates space.
And got it! Another basket! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Golden State calls timeout. And it's the 2K leaderboard, the league's most potent offenses since the break. In third, Dallas.
Since the All-Star break, this squad has been on fire on offense. Looking like a
And again for 3.
Yeah, he's been hitting threes at a very high level. We haven't seen many better from deep.
That last triple ties him for 4th most made in the season.
Yeah, that's his 337th trade. Of the year. Tying him with Steph's 2021 season, only Curry and Harden have hit more in a single season.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Andrew Wiggins has come into his own in Golden State. He said, quote, I feel like I scored a lot in Minnesota and no one...
Good! Another from 3.
I don't think I've ever seen a player this dialed in from deep.
And by the way, with that make, he's now alone in 2nd place for most 3. Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Oh, they just keep pouring in. This is the top 5 all-time single game for threes made.
And they've come out of halftime really on a roll.
Here's Drew. Another one falls. Amazing. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And here's Curry for 3. On target from range.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Dallas calls timeout. And the Warriors making a switch here. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Drew, hounded by Wiggins. And the basket by Drew.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Thompson. Again, Golden State.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Slim, the pass to T. Out to the right wing. Right wing. Here's Drew. There's the 3. Go! Another from 3.
It has been raining threes for him, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit?
Well, this guy has been efficient. And effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Drew, pounded by Wiggins. And the basket by Drew.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Count it. Good. Good. Jackson Davis has gotten his first bucket of the night.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Goes up on the wing. He got it again. Sensational! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
And here's Thompson for three. Another three for Golden State.
This guy, Klay Thompson, can get as hot as any player in the NBA. And when he's this efficient, boy, he is dangerous.
And again for three.
And the threes just don't stop. Another shot and another make.
Yes, and he's starting to creep up that list now for the most three-pointers in a game. We'll see if he keeps it going.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, leading by 6.